Oh, here we go again, folks. Another episode of Virtue Signaling the Musical, where the chorus line of Screeching Harpies belts out their one-note symphony of moral superiority while the orchestra of reality burns in the background.
And what percentage of global climate emissions is Britain responsible for?
Okay, so every country is
No, just answer. What percentage? It's a figure.
Every country
I'll tell you,
is responsible for about 1%.
It's
apart
2%.
from China and
Okay?
India, which we
Now,
do our dirty work. Grow up.
I'm trying. If we do what you want, which is spend £1.5 trillion, which is about 8 years' worth of the NHS budget,
Want to stop funding fossil fuel
net
companies.
zero. If we do that, by what percentage will we reduce global temperatures about which you're so
Look, your argument is silly. You are
could you answer
saying
the question? What impact will we
Leading
make?
is not telling people what they want to hear. Leading is doing the right thing regardless of what anybody else is doing. And China actually are way ahead of us.
If we reduce,
I have to say that is the first thing you've said today. I agree.
So if we do that,
If you gave me a bit longer, I think we
what
should agree on a
result
lot.
will we
It's a
achieve?
really uncomfortable
You've got to tell the
situation
people
for
of
me.
Britain, if you want to spend
And you brought this man in
1.5
just to argue with me.
if you were to spend £1.5 trillion of British taxpayers' money, what result would you achieve? I think people would like to know that.
What we need is deliberative democracy. We need participatory budgeting. We need people.
So you don't know.
We need.
You don't know what
I know
impact
what
on
we
global
need.
temperatures.
And we all need to take responsibility for this.
Okay.
All right.
Konstantin is trying to have an actual conversation. Numbers, facts, the boring stuff that keeps civilization from collapsing. And across from him is this woman. Her eyes are bulging like she's auditioning for The Exorcist reboot, screaming about Great Britain's carbon emissions. What percentage? What would happen if we blew $1.5 trillion on your green fairy dust? And she's just yelling over him like a malfunctioning Roomba stuck in a corner, beeping, "Save the planet or you're Hitler." No pause for breath, no flicker of curiosity about what Konstantin is posing, just pure, unadulterated hysteria wrapped in recycled hemp scarves. This is the leftist debate club. Everybody knows it, ladies and gentlemen, where the entry fee is a PhD in performative outrage, and the prize is a gold-plated echo chamber where these ideas can survive. They don't give a flying F about trade-offs. Honestly, they don't even understand the concept. Costs? That's for you, racist, you sexist grandma-kicking deplorables who actually have the ability to balance your own checkbooks. No, their narratives got that halo glow, baby. It's called moral superiority. So shut your capitalist pie hole and hand over the cash. £1.5 trillion to shave off Britain's slice of the global carbon dioxide pie. Britain's responsible for what, like 1% of total emissions? Less than a rounding error in China's coal bonfire that is massive. But who cares? Because for them, it's the principle. It's like they're all hopped up on ayahuasca and kale smoothies, hallucinating that if we just tax the air a little harder, the polar bears will send us thank you cards on recycled birch bark. And don't get me started on my dog analogy. Oh wait, I will, because frankly it's gold. We must save the 14-year-old dog, the poor cancer-riddled mutt. Yeah, sure. Pump $1 billion into chemo for Fido so he can limp around for another month, shitting blood on the carpet while the bill collectors circle us like vultures. Meanwhile, with that cash, you could actually fund 1,000 after-school programs, good pay for mentors that will help keep children off of the streets, teaching them math instead of TikTok dances. I'm not sure which one's more valuable. Maybe even stopping a few from turning into the next generation of blue-haired baristas screaming about microaggressions. Maybe that's a possibility, but no. I hate dogs for even offering this. Lock me up in the gulag with all the oil barons and tech bros and the people who dare to use plastic straws. Because, my friends, this is not compassion, it's cosplay. They're LARPing as saints in a world where everybody's a sinner except for them. And the costumes made from the shredded remains of common sense. It's been through the ringer. These people, honestly, I don't think they could navigate their way out of a paper bag if it came with a GPS and a therapy dog to guide them. And they definitely need the therapy dog. But oh my goodness, the virtue signaling, it continues. Because what it is, it represents their IQ test, their beauty pageant sash, their entire personality. Look at me, I am so evolved. I cry for glaciers. Meanwhile, their solutions are dumber than a bag of hammers at a Mensa meeting. Spend trillions chasing decimal points of doom while the real problems, poverty, wars that we fund like it's going out of style, kids rotting in schools, turning them into the next generation of virtue signaling Marxists like this one, are not even worth a look-see in comparison, because that would mean that you would have to make a trade-off, a choice. It's not intelligence, it's insecurity dressed up as enlightenment. Oh, namaste. And by the way, speaking of paper bags, we'd be doing a majority of them a favor by putting them over their heads so that they could wear it in public, both for them and for us. So I'm suggesting mandatory hazmat gear for these people's public outings. Please leave it in the comments if you agree. But they still believe the harder that they virtue signal, that the prettier they get. Wake up, sheeple, or don't. Keep yelling into the void, because nothing says I'm winning the argument like foaming at the mouth while continuously interrupting and mocking the man who is attempting, has the audacity to think that he can reason with your tapioca-like brain. Because this, my friends, is modern discourse. A clown car pileup on the highway to hell, driven by people who think turning off the AC is peak heroism. But hey, pass me the popcorn, because at least the show is entertaining as we enter into true darkness.